Hi there, everyone. My name is Christian Eschbach, and welcome to another one of my album reviews. We are 1 week away from me leaving, at least as of this recording, leaving for my trip to go see Rammstein live. Woo, I can't wait. All right, so let's get into the next album. Mutter was the last album we covered. That was released in 2001, if I remember correctly. We are now up to 2004, and we're getting Reise. Now, this album, believe it or not, originally almost ended up with a different set of tracks, or at least a few different tracks. There were definitely tracks that were left over, and the leftover tracks went into the next album. They actually had that much material left over. The next album actually came out pretty quick after this. However, that being said, if you did not know who Rammstein was before this album, yeah, probably knew who they were after this album, because one of the singles on here became a huge North American hit because people in the US didn't understand the lyrics. We're going to get to that as I go here. So here we go. Rammstein, Reise. Album opens up with the opening track. Great opening track, man. Perfect opening track. The way it kicks off right at the beginning with the little kind of almost live open air chant going on. Oh, gets this album going good. After that, that is followed up by the only song. Okay, so I went and looked at the set lists for what they've been playing for the European shows, getting pumped up to go see what. I'm the very first North American show. So Montreal, Quebec is going to be the first show in the North American tour. I am hoping that one other song from this album gets added in here, because the only song from this album that they are currently playing live, according to setlist.fm, I believe it is the name of the website I checked for set lists. Track 2, Mein Teil. Awesome tune. I should really quickly, before I get into Mein Teil, I did bring up, unlike when I did Mutter, I did bring up the English lyrics for this one a little bit, just so I can cover a little bit. Reise is literally translated to Arise, Arise. Lyrically, it's another song about being a fisherman, or being violent, spilling blood into the sea with a hook and a harpoon. Alright, that's Reise. Mein Teil, my part. Now, I understand why this is definitely still part of the set list, because if you look at the set list, or if you watch them live, the theatrics for Mein Teil is freaking awesome. I mean, you got Till coming out with a giant flamethrower, and I'm sorry, I'm horrible, except for Till. He's the only one whose name, well, he's not the only one, but he's close to the only one whose name I've got memorized. I can never remember the name of the keyboardist. So the poor keyboardist is in a nice little cauldron kind of pot, and Till Lindemann comes out with not one, not two, but 3 friggin' flamethrowers. And lights it up, because this song is all basically cannibalism. Yeah, that's how I take it. I take it definitely as this song is about cannibalism, and Mein Teil is just awesome song. Like, I mean, the theatrics of it alone, make me so happy that it's going to be part of the live set. But outside of the theatrics, I just absolutely Mein Teil, Mein Teil. Oh yeah, good stuff, man. All right, and Mein Teil translates to my part. Okay, after that, we're into Dalai Lama. There's different accentuation, or I don't remember the proper term. Little things that go. Anyways, double dots over the eyes. If you look at the English translation, which is really weird because I've never seen it spelled that way before. But Dalai Lama is Dalai Lama. Okay, we're not screwing around with anything. Good tune, interesting tune for a song called Dalai Lama. Pretty heavy and kind of like wow. All right, damn. That is followed up by Kein Lust. Oh. Go watch the video for this one. Just go watch the video. Song's called Don't Feel Like It. To give you a rough idea, these are going to be the English translation of the lyrics. Okay, so the lyrics, the chorus is literally, I don't feel like it, I don't feel like it, I don't feel like it, I don't feel like it. The first verse is, I don't feel like not hating myself, don't feel like touching myself, I would feel like masturbating, don't feel like trying it, I would feel like getting undressed, don't feel like seeing myself naked. I would feel like it with big animals, don't feel like risking it, don't feel like throwing or going from the snow, don't feel like freezing, don't feel like it, I don't feel like it, I don't feel like it, no I don't feel like it. The song sounds a lot cooler than that. And this one's got some great chug going in it, man. It just got just great chuggy riff. If you like, I love a good chug riff. This has got a great chug riff, man. I mean, fantastic chug riff. All right, now one of the songs I am heartbroken I am not going to get to see live, based off of the set list that I've seen, is the next track on this album, which is called Los, which means less. My nickname for this song is Mummy, Why Is He Hurting That Guitar? Because this thing, man, first off, acoustic. Or predominantly, heavy, predominant acoustic, especially when it starts off. But if you listen to the way they're playing that guitar, man, they are like just going on, man. Like just, like, you take Rammstein, normal Rammstein, okay, big, heavy, big, except for on acoustic. Los. And just, I love that line, that single, Los, at the end of every verse, just get into Los. Awesome. Absolutely great song. And I'm like I said, I'm heartbroken they're not going to be playing it live. That's how much I love it. Then we get into the next song, America. We're all living in America. America is wunderbar. We're all living in America. 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 Yeah. So I'm hoping they add this one back in for North America. It seems the most appropriate to add it back in for North America. If they don't add it back in for North America, I'm kind of going to be really upset. Now, the reality of this song is, this is the song that broke them out. Huge. Finally, if Du Hast hadn't, if we'll say that Du Hast opened the door for Rammstein in North America, America blew it wide open. There was no closing the door again after this. The song is predominantly in English. There are some, like, the very first part where I said there, wunderbar. It means wonderful. That's all it is, for anybody that didn't know. It's actually really funny because the website I go for Rammstein lyric translations is RammsteinWorld.com, and it has always had up the translation will be available soon for America. They have never translated it. It's never been here in all the years I've been using this site to check lyrics. They have never ever put it up. But this song is great because you don't, if you actually pay attention to a lot of the lyrics, um, like there's lines in here about, let's see, Africa has Santa Claus, Paris has Mickey Mouse. You know, one of the other choruses in here where they change up the lyrics. So they do the "We are all living in America. America is wunderbar. We are all living in America. America, America. We're all living in America. Coca-Cola, Wonderbra. We're all living in America. America, America." And then, this is not a love song. This is not a love song. I don't speak my mother's tongue. This is not a love song. And for some reason, Americans always miss that. And I don't know why, but it's this great tongue-in-cheek track for taking shots at the U.S. And I love it. Especially U.S. capitalism and how it expanded around the world. And it's like tried to, everybody wants to talk about globalism. Well, Coca-Cola is a good company to blame for globalism. All right. Next track is Moscow. Once again, another track they have never put up the translation of the lyrics for. I do not know why. And probably because it's a combination of German and Russian in the song. Because, they're talking about Moscow in this one. Now, my understanding is that the female vocals that are provided on the song were provided by the ladies from the Russian lesbian group Tattoo. At least that's how they were always presented, as the Russian lesbian group Tattoo. They had one big song that I can't think of that was out just prior to this album coming out. I don't know if that's honestly how they got on here or not. This is a really good tune, man. I really dig Moscow. And it has a slightly different kind of vibe compared to most of the other typical Rammstein kind of songs. It doesn't have that typical kind of hard heaviness. This is kind of more, almost of a pop kind of track. A lot more like Tattoo, actually, to be fair. Fantastic track, though. I absolutely love it. I mean, you still got the heavy riffing, don't get me wrong. But it's not quite the same. And all in all, actually, this album really, compared to the other albums, really is starting to variate in sound a lot. Because, like I said, you got Los, which was an acoustic track. There really wasn't any acoustic tracks prior to that. America is very English. Moscow has a different kind of tone to it, more kind of like a party vibe almost. Like picturing New Year's in Moscow. That's kind of, Rammstein doing New Year's in Moscow. That's kind of what I think of when I hear this song. And amazing. Now I'm going to be completely honest. For me, there's only one other song, maybe two other songs that I go out of my way to listen to after Moscow. This is kind of where the album sort of finishes off for me. And it's not because the other songs are weaker, it's because they're not as interesting. So next up is Morgenstern. Also, no translation for lyrics after all these years. I have no clue what the hell this song is about in the slightest bit. And I'm okay with that. I don't mind. It's fine. It's also not a huge song for me. It's never been a huge song for me on this album. It just kind of, does its thing. Next track, same problem. I got no translation again. This one is Stein. I like this song. It's got a great little, in the chorus, Stein, Mordschein, Stein, ich würde mir dir sein. I know I screwed that up. Sorry, guys. But great tune. really, really good tune. And, you know, really kind of got a great kind of chant in it. Very enjoyable. That is followed up, once again, I don't have the translation, sorry. The next one is followed up by Onadish. Onadish is definitely brilliant. Oh my god, this song is great. This is the first time you ever hear Rammstein really kind of get into a really deep, dark, slow groove, you know? Like, I've seen recently, just watching the TV or the YouTube, clips from German singing song, The Voice kids version or something like that. And there was a girl that comes out and does Onadish, and it was just absolutely brilliant. And it's just this beautiful, slow opera. It really is. Like, the best way I know to put this is, you know, it's obviously metal still, but it's just this beautiful operatic kind of piece, you know? And you don't need to know the lyrics. You just have to sit back and enjoy and love. It's just a brilliant, brilliant song. The last song on this album is Amour. And that is love. I don't know if in this instance, because once again I don't have the translation. I know enough French to know amour is love. You know, amour, amour. I don't know if he's saying love, love, or my love, or how the intention is meant on it. Or yeah, well, it's not really love. Tem would technically be love, I guess. Or je t'aime is I love. So amour, I basically love, sweet, dear, kind of, you know. Amour. I typically don't like when a song is slow to finish out an album. I've said that many times, and I yet many times said that sometimes it works out really well. Amour works out great for closing out the album. Not a track that I want to go out of my way to listen to, but it works great for closing out the album. The whole way around, this is an amazing, amazing album. I've mentioned in the other Rammstein reviews already that, you know, like when I go to see the concert, my significant other Tracy is coming with. Obviously, we bought the tickets. The two of us bought the tickets first, and then I said, no, hell no, I gotta buy another ticket for my kid. So I bought a ticket for my son. And the reason why I mention this is my son, he grew up listening to every Rammstein album, okay? He's a huge Rammstein freak, and it is 100% because of me. This was probably the first album he will remember, honestly, hearing in the house brand new. Because in 2004, when I picked up this album, it would have been right before he turned 5. So he might not remember with vivid clarity, but he will remember when I picked up this album. And it's one of those albums that's always been part of our connection between the two of us, you know, and huge shout out to this album. You know, it has so many ties to me. There is no Rammstein. Okay, so this is studio album number 4 at this point. Up to studio album number 4, you really should own all Rammstein albums as far as I'm concerned. And they're all interesting and unique and different, and they give you something new, and you always see growth, which is brilliant, and that's what you want in a band. So, get it. It's a fantastic album. Anyways, folks, I'm going to stop it there, because I could just keep gushing about this album without adding any actual real detail. Rammstein, Reise. Oh, yeah. Speaking of oh, yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell for notifications. There's a link down below to Patreon. Please, leave a comment. I like when people leave comments. They help me out. They help you out. The more my video gets seen, the more my videos get out there. All right. Peace, love, take care, and it failed. It would have been better if it worked the first time. Rammstein. All right, folks. Next time.